what you need. Fight towards the light. You can't win this war tonight. Hail me, hail, ring the bell.
Once again, new series for us here, the Midwest Days of Thunder Cup Series. Well, good afternoon, good evening, good morning. It's the Rocky Game 150 brought to you by Jinx Shifters. Well, good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Jason over here, Signature Esports.
What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another exciting season here for the Mdot Xfinity series. After a pretty decent offseason, we got a couple new faces here in the Xfinity series. A lot of guys coming up from marking trucks, and with the new season comes a new type of racing. We are implementing stage racing this year in the Xfinity series, and for these guys who don't know what stage racing is, it's a guaranteed caution at a certain lap, and basically what it is. The top, I believe, 7 points in Midwest Days of Thunder that will get points towards the standings. And every time you win a stage, you get 1 bonus point for a playoff. So if you go into the playoffs and you have 4 stage wins, you'll have 4 bonus points to start out the playoffs, which is crucial in that first round. Joined tonight by Ethan. What is going on, Ethan?
Howdy. I'm doing just fine. Can't wait to watch this Daytona race. Kind of wish I was in it, but I want to see it from a different perspective. I've raced in a few of these already, and I'd like to see what it's like to watch one now.
Yeah, and the big question I got, and we're about to bring him up, is we got some new faces in here, and I'm wondering if these new faces have any kind of challenge for the 51 of Davey Hendricks. We're going to pull in our reigning and defending Xfinity champion, Mr. Davey. What's going on, Davey?
Hey, Isaac.
Hey, man, I was just talking to the viewers and about these new guys up and coming. I don't know how much of last season arc you watched. I gotta ask you, man, are you a little bit worried about Nance or Banks coming up to Xfinity giving you a run for your money for that championship this season?
I'm worried about the drama they might bring with their shenanigans Nance and Forget had. I mean, like, they're all fast dudes. I feel like, this isn't the test about whether they're fast or not. Like, it'll be once we get to the mile and a half, the mainstay of the schedule, to see if, how speeds compare, because the ARCA and the Xfinity car drive so much different.
Yeah, and another question I ask you, man, is that, well, we raced together last season. We didn't have stage racing, so how much of effect will stage racing have on your racing strategy alone?
I mean, I'm a fan of it. I like going on longer runs. I like pit strategy coming into play. If you break it up with stages, I just feel like, it's a free-for-all the whole time. You never get a chance to, really see how people save their stuff if they know a caution's coming.
I agree with you to a point there. I mean, Giberson, he did a good job making sure the final stage and all the races need to have at least 1 pit stop, so we won't have none of that 2-lap shootout we saw in the Cup Series last season, in here or in Cup. But I'm gonna let you get out of here before I let you get out of here, man. What are the odds of you going back to back this season?
Slim. I wouldn't say none, because it's never 0%. But I feel like it's hard to repeat, especially with how chase formats work. I could win every race and then run into bad luck in the last one and lose the championship. So, we'll see how the season goes. I mean, all that really matters is getting to the playoffs. I'm comfortable that I'll get to the playoffs. I'm pretty confident I'll get to the top 8, and then we'll see if I can make it to the final 4, and then if I get there, that's a whole nother story.
All right, man. Good luck this season. Good luck here tonight. We seem to be dominant at Super Speed as the season continues.
No, thanks,
Good luck,
man.
baby.
Thank you.
All right. Next, we're gonna bring in our I can't say defending our ARCA champion from last season, Mr. Banksy the iRacer. What is going on, Joshua Banks?
What's up, buddy? How are you?
Hey, man. Barrage in here, dude. New car, new drivers, man. I don't know if you watch Xfinity. I was asking Davey about how he felt about you guys, man. Do you think you can give Davey a run for his money for that championship? He was a dominant car last season.
Well, I mean, daggum, they moved me up for a reason, so I mean, we're going to try. Hopefully, we can give him a ruffle his feathers and have a good race for some front spots here. So we'll see how it goes.
All right, man. I mean, you guys coming up from ARC, you got a big adjustment. You're losing that quick fix, and you're moving to stage racing. What's your opinions on the stage racing this season? You like it? You hate it? You're in about it?
I mean, I have mixed feelings about it. I wish they'd change a couple things about it, but I mean, it creates more excitement for the fans, because you're having to race for points each stage, so it creates more excitement. But as a driver, it's like you just want to keep going. But that's just my opinion on it. So hopefully things will work out, though, and we can put on a show for the fans and viewers watching at home. So we'll just do the best we can.
All right, man. And one of the things Davey was talking about is the shenanigans you guys had with 4J last season. You guys had a pretty decent off season. You guys gonna start on a fresh slate with 4J, or you guys gonna kind of see how he races you guys start the season off?
I mean, I have nothing against 4J personally. I mean, we've raced pretty clean. I know that that's something with Jonathan and 4J having issues, which I can completely understand. So I just want to stay myself out of it, though, because it's not my battle. I didn't do anything but so we're going to race hard like we did at ARCA. He was a hard racer, and we raced hard when we did, and he's a tough driver. So, I mean, it's going to be hopefully a fun season with him.
All right, man. Enjoy the show y'all going to be putting on the season. I know we're at Daytona. Daytona's a wild card. Anybody can win. So I'm really looking forward to next week at Auto Club, because that's what's a really good show. Who's fast and who can drive, and who's just here for the fun.
Yes, sir, man. Well, I'm looking forward to that track as well. I was just talking about that a little bit ago. So definitely looking forward to Auto Club. We just got to get through Daytona.
All right, man. Good luck.
Good
Thank
luck.
you, buddy.
All right. Next, we're going to pull in our sponsor this season, Mr. Joe Archer. What is going on, Joe?
Not much. What about you, buddy?
Hey, man. Pulled you up here. I know you sponsored last season. Never got the chance for you to actually talk about what your company does and what you guys offer and stuff like that. So you got 2 minutes and 50 seconds. So if you want to boast about your company, now's the time.
Hey, I appreciate it, buddy. Yeah, I've been doing this for a long time. I like to design the cars and logos and lots of other things. If anybody in the league wants to get a paint done, all the proceeds go back to the league, so as donations, so that keeps the league running. And I just love looking at my beautiful cars out there.
Yeah, man. The watching driver earlier, you got a pretty neat rock star scheme, kind of throwing it back to Keselowski. Are you a Keselowski fan? You just like that paint scheme he has?
I actually grew up with him when I was younger. Him and his dad and family used to come down to our local short track here in Canada, just over the border, and we used to play dinky cars in the dirt back when he was little.
Oh, I did not know that. All right, man. Well, good luck here tonight. Good luck this season. I think you're coming down from Cup. Correct me if I'm wrong on that one.
I am just scheduling. I just couldn't do Fridays anymore. Mondays fit me best, so I came back to Mondays.
So you already got some experience in the stage racing here in Midwest Days of Thunder, because you just had it in Cup.
Yeah, I have the experience, but it doesn't change much of anything, in my opinion.
All right, man. Well, good luck here tonight. And good luck this season.
Thank you very much. Have a good night.
Good luck.
Who am I here? I must be hearing something on your end. All right. As far as Mike goes, Steve Davis did I get mine fixed? I hope so. Yeah, that's right, Mike. Oh.
Sorry about that. I had to turn my microphone sensitivity down just a little tiny bit.
Whoops. Alright, so we're about to get racing here. We got about 50 seconds left. No qualifying as they had the duels last Monday. That will set the field here tonight. I believe Chase Harden will be leading this agreement. He won the first duel. So no qualifying. We're going to jump straight from practice into racing. We have officially 27 drivers. We have 27 drivers registered into the session. And a lot of new faces here.
You said that right.
A lot of new faces and a lot of Chevys. What's going on, Leanne Wood? We are back again. Oh, what the heck just happened?
I just realized that whole interview we were doing with Davey, he was driving on the track that whole time and pitted under green.
What's going on, Leanne? Also, for those guys who did enjoy Arca season broadcast, the countdown will not have ads no more. Finally got that Spotify Prime stuff, so I don't gotta worry about ads popping up every five seconds. But while these guys are getting ready to grid, let's go over our official starting lineup here tonight. You got Chase Harding and Josh Van Western starting on that front row, followed by Davey Hendricks and Kevin Jordan. Brandon Hughes and Timothy Jones will be row 3. Row 4 would be Tony Edrington and Matthew Richmond. Row 5 would be Jonathan Nance and Bo Dinger. Row 6, you got Marshall M. Fly Harris and Blake Depinet. Row 7, you got David Harden and Matthew Spires. Row 8, you got Alan Dixon and Peyton Harden. Row 9, DJ Schallenberger and Joe Archer. Row 10, JP Snyder and Joshua Banks. Row 11, Steven Madden and Nick Joyner. Row 12, you'll have Gary Sack and Tim Harden. Gene Wolf and Blake Bingham will be row 13 to round out the field. You'll have the other Gary Sargent, starting in 27th.
So, what's our prediction for when the big one happens, or if it happens at all?
I don't know, but from what I heard, the duels went pretty well overall. The practice race got a little sketchy, but the duels went pretty well. Also, another thing to point out for stage break, so tonight's stage will be lap 20. If a caution comes out lap 15 or later, that will be considered your stage break. So if we have a caution on lap 17, that'll be the stage. The driver in first place will receive 7 points and then 1 bonus point for the playoff. Adam Mike is saying lap 9. Bo Dinger's here.
They're on the backstretch now. They're going to take the green this time, and we'll be off. All that anticipation. You know how Chase Harden's feeling, driving on the front row right now. He's going to drive these guys to the start of the race, and I wonder what his thoughts are right now,
He does got a teammate behind him, so that got to help a little bit of worry there. If they can get cleared, they can start controlling the field early on. 3 wide at Daytona is just a bozo move early on. If you try putting 3 wide, I don't know what you're thinking. You got 60 laps of racing. I don't think 3 wide being necessary until about lap 55, if you ask me.
Anything's possible. But it is unlikely that somebody would take it 3 wide immediately. You're right.
Pace car pulls off. We go to Barney, the starter cam. Green flag is out, and we are back racing here in the Xfinity Series for Midwest Days of Thunder.
Davey's gonna push the 5 out and into the lead, and looks like they're actually kind of organized right now on the top side, but the bottom needs to get rolling quick if they want to have any momentum on this backstretch.
Yeah, that 21 machine of Van Western, if he gets a good enough push here, he can get a really good run down the hill, going down the backstretch. And you see Brandon Hughes thinking otherwise. Same with Nance. They're like, you guys race it out. We ain't got no quick fixes. We're going to the back.
I can see they're not really taking their chances right now, which is smart. But, you're either in the back, the middle, or the front. and nobody wants to be in the middle.
Yeah, and they did something to Daytona because if you have the right connection on that outside line, you can get a crazy run coming off it too. It's all about getting that run down the hill, and we have about a 12 or 13 car breakaway here. And then everyone's trying to start to single file it out. We have another pack towards the rear, led by the 32 of Brandon Hughes. Those guys are just playing it smart, riding out back. They go, hey, we got 60 laps to do it, and we get a competition caution on lap 20. There's no need to be up there this early. As Blake Debney, he's starting to dip out.
Well, that was almost a forced 3-wide move right there by the 95 of Kevin Jordan. That was close. The 77's also side drafting the top lane quite a bit off turn 2, and I think that's helping them roll on the bottom a bit better.
I don't know if he's trying to side draft them or if it's an update they did on track. Like I said, they updated this track, and turn 2 does get pretty loose now on older tires.
Well, yeah, like you said, older tires, and it looks like Davey and Chase Harden are starting to break away just a tiny bit on the bottom lane. This is actually working out really well right now for the bottom lane. But as I say that, the top lane's getting more and more organized every lap, and they're getting better and better runs down the backstretch. We'll see what happens to these two leaders.
Yeah, the outside line just is not organized, and they are getting trained by the inside line, led by the 5 of Chase Harden.
Wow, a lot of them are going below the double yellow line.
77 drifting up here a little bit. He's going to get shuffled back in a hurry. No, they let him back in. Go ahead and go on board here with it.
Oh, big checkup near the back.
51 of Davey Hendricks.
Big checkup about 7 car lengths back. The 95 he got on the brakes, and everybody behind him got into each other. Lucky there wasn't a wreck there. That top line's starting to move again because of the major checkups on the bottom lane.
Yeah, we run with Davey. He's running his M&M scheme, something we are unfortunately not going to see after this season in real life NASCAR. Unfortunately, those guys are no longer going to sponsor a car, and that's going to be weird. That's going to be so weird next season.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be really weird. I can't believe that. 77's dropping out. He's going straight to the bottom. He's in the grass. He's in the grass.
Oh, he's in the grass again. All right, 77 trying to come back up on track, trying to keep it going straight.
That top lane's coming. They're only 2 car lengths away from the lead right now. If the bottom keeps checking up like it does, they're gonna shoot off into the lead, no problem.
Yeah, another guy to talk with here is the 78 of Marshall Harris. Didn't quite have the season he wanted last season in ARCA and trucks, but he's up here running in the top 5 early on here at Daytona. Lap 6. They try to get things figured out on the outside line. The 14 of I gotta relearn numbers. 14 of Timothy Jones. That's gonna be hard to relearn numbers. A lot of these guys, I'm so used to never being a number during last season, and I gotta relearn them all.
Here comes that top lane. Everybody's on the bottom. Everybody on the bottom's checking up. It's only 2 cars though. That's the thing. They're not even organized, and they're catching the leaders.
Real quick, how about this 28 of Gary Sargent? He is already up 18 spots. And that might not seem like a lot here at Daytona, but when it's really a 2-lane battle and you're up 18 spots on lap 7, that's pretty impressive. Gary Sargent, another one of the guys that stepped down from Cup and came and ran in the... Oh, contact between the 14 and 78!
Contact.
They keep it going! How in the world did the 14 save that?
I don't know how he saved that. I think it was just a little tap, but that completely destroyed the progress on the top.
Let's go back and see if they can't see that contact again between that 14 and 78. Go back and watch it again. coming off of turn 2. I don't know if the 14 just gets a little loose or what. He came down and slammed that 78 hard. Somehow kept it out of the outside wall. Wow.
That was amazing. How he kept that outside of the, or he kept it out of the wall. That was just amazing.
I thought for sure he was going to hit that outside wall. And the 14 for the 14, I think he got the worst end of the deal. I'm not seeing too much damage on the right side of the 78 or the no number car.
I don't really think it's gonna hurt them that much. I mean, it's just door banging. It's not gonna kill these cars.
In traffic, no. But if you're out in the lead at that 14, if that big parachute he has on the right side now, you're definitely slower than a lot of people around you.
That's very true.
I'm calling Bo Dinger coming to the front. He is actually that number 2 machine. Bo Dinger, 4 spots from where he started, currently running in 6th place.
We got some people trying to make a run at the leaders on the top side. 1, 2, 3 cars. I don't think that's enough, but they're still gonna try it. They have about 10 laps left in the stage.
You got the Gary and Gary combo here, gonna try to make the outside line work. Bo Dinger's gonna step on the outside lane. Will the 21 of Josh Van Western follow?
I think, yeah, they're kind of making a run. They stay in line, they'll definitely be able to get to the front.
I'm sorry I'm off topic here, but Leanne, are you a Bo Dinger fan because of his name? I gotta ask, because I know you root for him last season in ARCA. You root for him now, and I'm pretty sure you usually root for
Big push down the back
Vance,
stretch.
right?
Back and Bo Dinger. Big push. Big push. Wow, that is a big run. They're up to 2nd place right now.
Yeah, and here's the thing about Gary, and I don't mean to dog on him at all, but Gary is iffy to be around on track. But when you put Gary on a super speedway, he delivers. He is really good at pushing.
He almost won a cup race at Talladega.
He did almost want to cover Talladega. The thing with Gary is, if I'm racing around Gary, I would want to be pushing him. I don't want to push him because Gary does, like you see here, Gary's getting a little bit squirrely. And to push that's hard, but he is fast.
Oh, he got squirrely just like you said right there. He almost came down on somebody. That was close.
That's what I thought, Leanne. That's what I thought. You root for Jonathan Nance, but you're over here rooting for Dinger because of his name. Speaking of Nancy the Fancy Pants, where is he at? Currently running back here in the top 17 spot, right behind his teammate Joshua Banks. And keep an eye on that, because those two shown last season Super Speedway, they were really good working well together. And that was in a car you can't push. You can push in these cars. You can bump draft.
For the lead, Bo Dinger. Number 2. He's going to take it. He's going to have the run down the backstretch, and
he is going to have that run.
5's going to have a shot.
And that's what I was talking about earlier, Ethan. If that run you get off of turn 2, if you were hooked up right, you get a crazy run. Is he going to take advantage of this and leave Gary hanging? No, he's going to stick on the highs of Gary's. Gary Sargent gets a little loose. No, he goes down low. Bo Dinger's going to take the lead.
I think this is where the outside line is going to diminish a little. I don't think. Yeah, I don't think the 89 can get pushed to the front like he just pushed the 2. I think it all depends on who's behind him. As I say that, the 5 is tandem drafting the 2 out, way out in the front.
It's gonna hurt him.
They're gonna have a big run behind them here.
They're gonna have a big run from the 51 and the 89.
Everybody's gonna have a big run on them. Oh, 78 almost got split 3 wide.
And now they're going to be coming up on lap traffic. The 43 of Peyton Harding, who I believe started from the pits. As they are 2 wide, hopefully they catch him at a spot where he can go high in the trial or low down the backstretch. If not, this might get a little sketchy. If Chase Harding's going to look high into 2 of Bo Dinger. Davey Hendrick's going to follow.
Oh, yeah, this outside line's going to start rolling now.
And this is where having teammates at advantage. They catch Peyton Harding coming out of the trial. 3 wide. Marshall Harris dips down low. He does not want any part of this.
Oh,
3 wide going through the turn. Peyton Harding scratched the outside wall. 14 almost into the 73.
And, you know, it's the 5 and the 51 back out front.
Peyton Harding, the only car on lap down at this point. We have coming up to 5 to go in the stage. This is the marker to where if caution happens after the cross start finish line, it will be the stage break. And the leader at that time will be awarded the playoff stage point.
That was perfect execution by the 5 and the 51. I don't think they could have done that any better. They're in the same spot they started the race in, and now they don't really have to worry about that much because it's very single file behind them.
5 to go. If I'm Peyton Harding, if I'm Peyton, you gotta try to stick with this lead pack draft because they're coming up on this Ford machine of Nick Joyner pretty quickly. If Nick Joyner can get ahead of him, Nick Joyner will get that lucky dog at the stage break.
Got to run on the top side.
At
Spires
the 37, and Matthew Spires getting a crazy run on the top side. Him and Gary Sacker teammates, they're linked up nose to tail.
I don't think they have the speed to get to the front right here. If he can take the push, it can definitely happen.
Yeah, and they're about to catch this 4 if Nick Joyner in turns 1 and 2, I believe, might be out of turn 2, hopefully.
Oh yeah, I see a big run coming right here. Lap car, where does he go?
Oh, he's gonna stay low!
He doesn't go anywhere.
Down below the apron they go to get around him. 73 coming back up on track. That might be a penalty on the 4 because I'm pretty sure you are to move to the high side when the leaders catch you. So I don't know how they're gonna call that right there.
Well, I mean, the people behind him had nowhere to go except below the double yellow. And if you force somebody below the double yellow line, well, I mean, that's kind of forcing them.
I don't think they're penalized for 2 and 73 because they technically didn't gain position. They were trying to get around a lap car who stayed low. As now there's an interesting battle for the lucky dog spot between the 4 and 43.
That's true. 37 of Spires battling for the lead between him and the 5. Might see a lead change, maybe not. They lose all their momentum in turn 3.
So the one thing I've noticed over stage racing between this league and another league I'm in is contact between the 2 and 37, 89 into the wall. No caution.
No caution. Spin
They're
on the
still wrecking. Peyton with a ton of damage. 89 slammed that wall. Bo Dinger, not too much damage on Bo.
Oh, what a tough break for Bo.
I don't think too much damage on him. I think he'll be good to go. We got 2 to go in the stage. He's not going to get lapped in those 2 laps. Chase and Davey, though, are just cruising from the field. Don't look now. Nance and Banks are now in the top 10.
That is crazy how they just broke away. Pit lane has been closed.
By the way, Ethan, I pointed out we were at 27 viewers. I think the most viewers I've ever had while broadcasting a race here in Mdot. That is insane.
That's true.
1 to go in the stage, and I don't think Dave's going to do anything to pass Chase here. I think him and Chase would be content with running 1 and 2 to end the stage.
If you remember the duels last year, I don't think so.
We'll have to possibly try to go back and look at that wreck.
We'll see what Davey does here.
Coming out. Yep, rolling through 3 and 4. 37 of Spires is on pit lane.
Davey's pulling back to get a run. He's going to try and make a run at it.
He don't have enough time.
Nope. No time.
Chase Harding will win the first stage here in the Xfinity Series for Mdot. The caution flies. All right, caution is out. Let's see if we can't go back and look back at this wreck. With
I
the 37.
I don't think anybody could have pulled off better execution than the 5 and the 51 during this stage. That was perfect.
Oh, the 37 got hooked by his teammate into the 2. They just started wrecking, and somehow Peyton Harder got damaged in this.
How did Peyton get damaged?
That's what I'm looking at now. Oh, right into the 21. Wow, the 6 of Joe Archer getting through that.
Wow. So right now the lead lap, there is 23 cars on the lead lap. And 24th, Peyton Harden is the first car lap down right now.
37 is Matthew Spires. Go look at this. Oh! Oh! 14 almost pancaked the 6 car trying to get slowed down. Go look at the 89 damage real quick. That was all started by the 89. He has quite a bit of damage on that car on the right side. Yeah, right side.
Wow. Unfortunate. Well, as I said, the 51 and the 5, perfect execution up to this point. I don't think you could have better execution in a restrictor plate race like they've had. Now, what's probably gonna mix things up here is pit stops. People are gonna take 4 tires. People are gonna take 2, 0, gas only.
Joe Archer staying out. That's an interesting call there.
Okay, I got word on what the officials said about the double yellow line. Gibbs said that because it was not for position and it was a lap car, they will not be penalized.
Yeah, that's what I'm figuring. The 93 and Matthew Richmond's going to win the race off of pit road. He took 2 tires and he's out. 5's going to follow. Matthew Richmond getting quite a few spots there. Joe Archer is your leader because he stayed out. Interesting call there on Joe's part. Let's go ahead and bring up the 5 of Chase Harden. What is going on, Chase?
Nothing much, man. How about you?
Hey, man, you come in here to the Xfinity Series, win the first stage to be ran here in Xfinity. You and Davey working pretty good together there, man, without the gameplay coming into the race, knowing he was starting right behind you.
To be honest, it wasn't the game plan, and then Davey was like, when's the stage? And I was like, lap 20. He's like, I'll stay up here then.
So Davey
I'll
was
push
originally
you
going to
to
dip out.
Yeah, he was.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that was the most perfect execution you could have as a team in the first stage. I don't know how. I've never seen anybody do that in a play race. Just stay up front that long.
I don't know how I did it. I think somebody got clear of me, and then my brother was a lap car, and then I just took the opportunity and passed him. But yeah.
All right, man. Congrats on the first stage win of the season.
Thank you.
All right, next, let's go ahead. We're gonna go ahead and pull up Mr. Gary Sack and get his point of view on that wreck and see what happened there. He was pushing a teammate. What's going on, Mr. Gary?
Not much.
Hey, man, pulled you up here, man. Pushing your team a little too hard there. It seemed like talking through your point of view and what happened there.
So I just watched the replay after that. It looks like the way it was, I came down a little bit, and the way I hit his bumper on accident turned him, and I feel really bad about it.
Yeah, man, I thought I'd pull you up here. You seem pretty chill. I just wanted to get your point of view on that, as it always sucks when you wreck a teammate.
Yeah, I feel really bad because we were working really well together. I think if that didn't happen, I could have pushed him to the stage win.
All right, man, I gotta ask you, dude. Did you get that damage shift? Are you worried about the damage at all? You under power? How's your car doing?
I'm not down on power, and I only had about 50 seconds of optional, so I don't think we're too bad, but we'll see how it is.
I will tell you from a broadcast point of view, you got a big parachute on that right front, and that right rear is all crinkled in.
Alright, I appreciate it.
So you should be fine in the draft, but don't be trying to lead stuff right now. But good luck, man.
Alright. Thank you.
What's your team?
Fire Sack Racing.
There it is. Now, Joe Archer will lead us in green. Interesting call here on Joe staying out, though, because he's going to be close on fuel. Is he hoping for a quick caution, or what? Matthew Richmond, for some reason, I don't know if that's speedy penalty or what, but he's at the rear of the field. I don't know if you're able to look up black flags real quick, but we're about to go back green flag racing here. 23 of 60. Oh! And another thing I forgot to point out is we have that restart zone in effect here in Mdot this season. So, therefore, the only time you go on green is the start of the race. After that, once you enter that restart zone, it is on the leader when he starts. So, therefore, it gives an advantage to the leader, which they should have originally on the restart.
I think that's a good rule, personally. It gives the leader a chance to be the leader.
These guys are trying to catch up to Bo Dinger, who had an extensive pit stop, getting all that damage fixed and get put a lap down here.
Wow, the 5 and the 51 getting another breakaway. Wow, this is... I've never seen a play race like this before.
4J wasn't feeling well tonight, so he sat tonight out.
Oh. Hope he feels better.
They all get around the 2 pretty easily there. Once again, it's the north-south, so the caution's coming out.
Caution's out.
What in the world happened? That had to happen toward the back of the pack. Seeing the 77
And
spun around.
Bo Dinger will be the lucky dog, as he just got passed by the leaders right as the caution came out.
That was the 77 of Tony Edrington coming off of turn 4. He goes to go high on Peyton. Turn 2, actually. But, yeah, that is turn 4. 3 wide gets... No, he didn't get into the wall. What happened? Oh! What in the world happened there?
What happened?
I don't know. Dude, that is the craziest netcode I've ever seen. What? Well, slow it down if we can. Dude, that was a straight up netcode.
Whoa, what? That is...
I mean, they're squeezing each other tight. There's room there, and then just out of nowhere, he just gets turned like he got hit in the right rear. And then
that is insane.
Payne goes to the track, and Edrington unfortunately involved. Marshall Harris somehow gets through that. Go ahead and go right along here with the 78 of Marshall Harris as this happens right in front of him. I think Marshall's glad he went low there.
I would be glad too. That's so unfortunate for all those drivers. I mean, all the drivers involved. That I don't think that should have happened.
And you know who just got a big break for this caution? That 6th
Dinger.
machine. No, even more. The 6th of Joe Archer needing fuel. Caution comes out within 2 laps, and he gets that bonus points leading the lap, and he's able to pit right here and get fuel and tires.
Wow, this race has been action-filled already. Wow. But you know what? He led laps, and that'll give him bonus points. And he's going to head down pit road right now and probably have a 4-tire stop.
Yes,
I mean,
that is Peyton. Everything. Let's go, Brandon. Let's go check in on Brandon Hughes. Currently coming
looks
into
like
pit lane.
we have a few takers on pit road. Looks like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 drivers.
Everyone from top 15 down pitted.
Race control saying that wreck was completely net code. Nothing notable except the net code.
For sure. That was horrible net code because even if he would have made contact there, it would not have shot the 21 up the track like that. It shot the 21 up like he nailed that right rear quarter panel. That was 100% terrible net code.
We have a viewer that said, "Oh man, it's the myth, it's the myth, the legend, Gary Sack." And I think that's when you interviewed him. I think.
Yeah, I'm looking over at the standings real quick. Gary Sargent's up 24 spots from where he started, running third right now.
Wow, that's
This kind of gives
a
me
good run so
this
far.
kind of gives me flashbacks 2 seasons ago, starting damn last and won the race. Gary Sargent might be trying to repeat that. 2 seasons ago, I started 37 out of 40 cars and won the damn thing.
And I missed the start for that race. I came in right behind you too. Davey Hendricks is going to take the high lane on this restart. Just announced over the radio, he will take the high lane.
Gary bulldozing people like Keselowski out there.
Oh my god. Oh.
Rowdy
See
on
what
Twitch.
happens on this restart.
Rowdy on Twitch going, good job, Spire Sack Racing, WTF.
Looks like Bo Dinger is being scored 2 laps down. And Alan Dixon 4 laps down. Matthew Spires 9 laps down. Peyton Harden 1 lap down. Unfortunate run so far for those guys.
I think the really unfortunate thing's out 43 and at 77. They are just minding their own business and just horrible net code.
Yeah, that was horrible netcode completely.
Like I have seen some crazy netcode in my career in iRacing, both broadcasting and racing. That by far is probably the most horrible netcode I've ever seen. I hope we get Bo Dinger's laps back.
Yeah, he had a good run going. It was just unfortunate he got involved in that one accident. If he probably wasn't involved in that one accident, he'd probably be running up here still. It's just, bad things happen.
I didn't even think he took that much damage though, because his car didn't look too bad. It still does not look that bad.
Yeah. Field here on the front stretch. Pace car is off. The field's going to address the green.
We go Barney starter can, green flag back out. Davies leading the field.
20 gets a great restart. I think Davey had a little bit too much of a good restart there, and he moves down. Luckily, has a teammate behind him, and leaves the 20 out. 20's gonna fall back very far.
I'm just saying, Ethan. Back to the Xfinity race 2 seasons ago. Imagine if we had the restart zone. All the non-planning we would have had to do. Because we were trying to plan like crazy how we can do restarts. Oh, the car goes spinning to the inside. It's the one of Blake Bingham. Stay off the wall. He stays off the wall.
No caution.
No caution's out. Let's go back and see if we can't see what happened there with Blake Bingham on that one machine.
28 jumps out of line, falls back, loses the spot.
Just gets a little loose there, and Harris is nowhere to go. Luckily for Blake Bingham, no contact to the outside wall. We'll go back live as Kevin Jordan has pushed himself into the top 3. As well as the 0-1 of Blake Deppinant. Oh, we have 2 Blakes. Oh, I didn't realize that.
Kevin Jordan, man, he's one hell of a racer. I'm not surprised he's up here right now.
Okay, all single filed out. We got some 2 wide action back here by the 33 machine. As the 28 of Gary Sargent going to look to the outside. Got Wolf Racing nose to tail right back here for in 8th and 9th place. 33 and 17. Starting to see teammates start leaning together. At the 8 and 36, they're still nose to tail. You got the 5 and 51 nose to tail.
Davey Hendricks leading the field right now. First time he's been out front all night.
Yeah, he got the lead on that restart, actually. He's been leading ever since. We have reached the halfway mark here tonight.
That's odd. It said race control closed the pit lane entrances. I wonder what's going on there. I mean, it's not staged, is it?
that might have been for when the stage was about to end. I don't know if they, because I remember last season Cup, there was a lot of times we as Speed Demon, we pitted with one to go because there was no rule on it. I think they implemented a rule on it this season.
He must have heard me because he just reopened pit lane. It's okay. We all make mistakes.
There is actually a hotkey to open and close pit lanes. I'm actually in charge of doing that in another league I'm in while I'm racing. And when I say that's not fun, I mean that's not fun.
20 and 28 getting a big push. They're going to have a big push here. Coming down the front stretch. That top line's kind of getting organized. I see that top line being absolutely filled with cars by the end of this race. And right now, as I say that, 28's battling for the lead as we have a lap car up ahead. Looks like the 77. 28 is on the 51's quarter panel right now, battling for that lead.
Yeah, that 14 at TMC Jones.
We're gonna do it 3 wide.
Oh, into the wall he goes. He's going to collect some cars. Wow.
Big wreck. Big one.
Yellow flag.
The only ones that were safe in that were the top 6.
There is the big one. I don't know if I can fault the 77 on that one. Dude, I think that was netcode again. I mean, they never technically touched. 20 drifted up a little bit, and I mean, technically they didn't touch. 77 comes down, collects the 21 and the 01. Tim Harmon was nowhere to go. The 15. Gotta slow us down some more. 31 Dixon. Oh, almost makes it through. Marshall Harris nowhere to go. 93 of Matthew Richmond. Wow. Did the 93 make it through this?
Oh boy, let's see what happened here.
Oh my god! The 93 just made it through that. We're gonna write cockpit here with the 93.
Ugh.
Oh my god! Holy cow!
There's no way he made it through.
He did! He did! Let's go rear chase and check his front end. I believe he made it through. That is insane. What about the 36 of Banks? Banks was back there too when all this happened. See how he gets through this. Oh, 35. Was he the 36 last season?
I'm pretty sure
Yeah, I
he
think
was.
he was.
Yeah, he was a 36.
Hey,
Leaders heading down pit road right now. Hendricks, Gary Sargent, Chase Harden.
tough break
They're
for
all
the 6 of Joe Archer.
Everybody's heading down pit road.
Yep, 36 makes it through.
Yeah.
I think the 17 might have made it through as well. Going through the grass. 17 of Gene Wolf barely makes it through.
This is the worst place on the track to have the big one, the backstretch. It's so treacherous. It's, I don't know. I don't think there's anywhere worse than the backstretch.
Okay,
other than the
there is our first, thank God this is a simulator moment of the season. The 41 is not the, who is that? The 44 of DJ Schomburg just absolutely T-boned the hell out of the 73 Tim Hardiman. And the crazy thing, I think he got netcode for it. No, he had damage, never mind.
Ugh.
Wow.
That wreck was insane. That reminds me a lot of the wreck from 2 seasons ago, actually. I don't know why.
Let's go ahead and pull up some of those close call drivers there. Let's go ahead and pull up the 93 of Matthew Richmond.
I wonder what his reaction is going to be.
Hey, what is going on, Matthew? You're up in your broadcast booth, man. Talk us through that wreck and how in the hell did you make it through that? Because you need to change your pantser for that one.
Look, man, I'm not even sure. The spotter's not even sure. We're both still over here a little puzzled on how we even made it through there. It kind of just, the seas parted and it went from off brake on gas to back on brake to back on gas real quick. I mean, it was super sketchy in there. I'm still in a little shock. Heart's still pounding a little bit on that one. But yep, we made it through. We're still clean and green on our end. Got some fresh rubber and some full fuel, so not really sure that tires mattered much, but we took them anyways. Why not?
And a change of pants.
Yeah, no kidding. Got the brown pants on right now, so we're getting ready to see where we can do. We're gonna be on the inside, and I'm just chilling, trying to ride it out the last 5 laps. Then we're gonna really try to get battled up in the top 5, top 3 area.
Hey man, it wouldn't be an Mdot season if the 93 didn't have crazy rack avoidance. But good luck rest of the race, dude.
Thanks, guys. Have a good one.
All right, next let's go ahead and pull up the other guy who barely made it. We'll pull up Joshua Banks and get a quick interview before we go at green. What is going on, Banks? Talk us through that wreck real quick before we got green flag racing, man. You were another guy that just barely sketched your way through by the skin of your teeth.
I tell you what, dude. I don't know, man. The hole's just open in the right places.
I think your teammate might have got through this scotch-free too. I saw you guys working pretty well together early on. You guys can try to link back up here. You got Davey and Chase who were working well together all race.
We're going to try our best. Nance has been doing really good, and it's unfortunate about Joe and JP there. We were working well, so hopefully we can still maintain this front where we're at and try to go win this thing.
All right, man. Good luck.
All right, thank you, buddy.
All right, let's see what this restart brings us.
And this is where you can start getting a little interesting, because now you're gonna have 2 separate teams all in the top 5. You got North South lined up in that second row, and they got TMJ in 2nd and 5th here to restart this race. Alongside 95 and Kevin Jordan, who has worked really well with those 2 drivers all last season long in ARCA. As we go back green flag racing here, lap with 24 to go.
20 gets a great jump on the outside.
That's that restart zone, man. And it's interesting here at Daytona, because if you ask me, I'm not restarting in the restart zone. I'm going the green flag flies, because you get to that crazy lead like that, and they're just going to bull rush you. 20 got lucky there. He didn't get out too far. But, I mean, he could easily got bull rush there. And this can be the first time.
There is an advantage to it. It's if you have teammates beside you and not behind you.
And this can be the first time we're going to see Go ahead.
You can go early, and they can fall in right behind you. That's the good thing about the restart zone.
Yeah, this will be the first time we're going to see the 5 and 51 not linked up nose to tail here tonight with 24 to go.
36 for the lead. He's going to lead this lap.
Banks,
first lap of the season.
Banks picking up where he left off last season, dominating all last season ARCA, and I'm really interested to see when we get out of these super races. We got Auto Club next weekend, but after that, we got Atlanta, the new Atlanta. And when I say you guys are in for a show, man, are you guys in for a show? That new Atlanta puts on some serious, insane, intense racing, not only for the driver, for the broadcaster as well.
The 5's going to go to the bottom here, just barely clear for the lead here. The 6 on the apron gets out of the way.
How about the 70 of Marshall Harris? No bumper. He's still up here in the draft. There ain't no bumper on that damn car.
But, yeah, that's how some plate tracks work. I mean, I remember Alan Dixon at Talladega a few seasons back had no bumper, and he was in the top 5. That's just how those things go sometimes. You really have to, even if your car is not up to snuff, maybe you have to try. I mean, you got to have a good finish. You know, it might be a finish you count on to get into the playoffs. There's the 95 here on the quarter panel, the 36. This will be for the lead right here, I think. Nope, they lose their momentum. They fall back just a little bit. That 5 has been fast all night. That 5, it's either been the 51 or the 5 that's been able to break away constantly almost.
Hey, and how about this, Ethan? The top 5, as of right now, are all rookies. They are all upcoming drivers from ARCA and trucks.
That's crazy. I would have never thought of those people leading the race like this. I mean, I know they're really good, but Davey Hendricks, you know, he's also really good. And he's a defending champion.
Yeah,
he's stuck right now.
You got 5 rookies leading the field. You got 2 veterans behind him, Davey Hendricks, Gary Sargent, and they got another rookie. Actually, 2 more rookies. the 17 and 93 behind them.
Yeah, now that the 5 and the 51 are broken up, I don't know how they can get back together. Because that top line has way better organization right now. And I see that 95 actually taking a shot at the lead, maybe this next turn.
And how about Blake Bingham after that spin? About 10 laps ago, already made his way back into the top 10 here behind the 93 of Matthew Richmond.
What a good comeback. But you know, it's not over till it's over.
What do we say for our team? Don't count your chicken in the basket yet.
I swear to God, that's been applied to too many situations.
Whoa! Banks having to chase it down the track. He's still down there. Not sure what happened to the 36. Oh, back on track he goes!
Oh, he's
gonna lose a ton of ground. What in the world happened?
Lost the draft right there. I don't think he's gonna get back in the draft. Unless if he drafts behind Peyton or Bo Dinger.
I don't know what happened there. He didn't get bumped or anything. He just went down there.
I think he just lost it a little bit off turn 2. That's all. Car got a little too free off the exit of 2.
He got the 95 with Kevin Jordan leading the way.
Or my bad. That wasn't off the corner of exit 2. That was down the straightaway. I think he just got pushed too hard.
And the question here is, we went back green flag race with 24.
Whoa! Oh no, that was almost a disaster. The 36. They came up on a lap car and he almost hit him. That was so close.
We went back green flag race with 24 to go. I don't know if he's gonna have enough fuel to make it to the end if he's leading the pack. Marshall Harris still up there in the top 10 with no bumper.
Welcome to Daytona. Or, I'm sorry. Welcome to restrictor play racing.
He's gonna tuck in behind the one of Blake Bingham. They come up on another lap car, 73 of Tim Harmon. Tim Harmon, one of the guys who stayed down here in Sandy, he had a really good season last season. Made it to the, I think he made it to the championship 4, if I'm not mistaken. Not having a race he won. Yeah. He's not having a race here he won tonight, involved in that unfortunate caution earlier on. Just trying to get his laps, kind of maybe gain a couple positions here and there.
Joshua Banks on the radio. He's don't know the lap cars behind him to get around him. He's back there with Peyton Harden and the
I think he's close on fuel.
Oh.
I think he's close on fuel and he's wanting to get in their draft. Rookies are leading the field. 5 of your top 6 are rookies. And in between all those rookies, you got the 28, the veteran of Gary Sargent.
I just wonder how many rookies have led laps tonight.
Oh, Conti was in the 20 and the 28. Plus the 28 into the wall. Gary Sargent got quite a bit of damage from that. See what happened there exactly. Is that more netcode? Oh no, that was contact for sure. 20 just drifted up a little too far. Fortunately for the 28, I don't believe he's going to lose the draft. No, he is going to lose the draft. So tough break there for Gary Sargent.
I don't think that's a hit the car can actually recover from. That was actually a pretty big hit in the wall. That's almost day ending, or race ending, I should say.
I wouldn't say race ending. I mean, we see Marshall Harris up there with no bumper. He didn't need the caution to go fix that damage.
Yeah, but your right side of your suspension's different. It's not aero damage, that's suspension damage, and the car is not going to go if there's suspension issues.
The 8 of Jonathan Nance is trying to buy himself to get outside line going, but no one's wanting to go up there with him. 15 to go here, and it's starting to get crunch time for these guys. If you're outside the top 5, you're going to want to start making moves to get up towards the front.
I imagine there will be a caution because of people trying to go to the front. So everybody's close on fuel, are they?
I would imagine. Nance trying to get runs going on the outside line, but no one is jumping up with him.
I'd hate to be the 8 and 36 right now. Stuck in these spots. What if this race goes green to the end? What if there's a crash on the white flag, you know?
Yeah, Nance is trying his hardest to get the outside line going. I mean, if I'm not 93 that one, now's your chance to go.
I mean, it's not like he's stalling out and dropping back. He's still making ground through the trioval and all those places.
I mean, you got the 8 of Jonathan Nance, someone you know you can trust to follow. And as I say that, Blake Beam's going to go to the high side, try to give the 8 some help.
That is crazy. He's up there by himself, and he's getting runs down the straightaways.
Side draft. It's the side draft. These cars produce.
Yeah, but it's also him just barely peeking in. You know how the cars are kind of bobbling down the straightaways a little?
Yeah.
He's also taking advantage of that and getting some of that draft.
He's going to start to come up on some more lap traffic. Tim Harmon in 73 going high here.
8 cars back in line here. If you're Chase Harden, what do you do here?
I would just ride it out because I think they're close on fuel and he's in a perfect spot to save fuel.
That's very true.
Matthew Rich is trying to get something on the outside line going.
You know the position I'd hate to be in a restrictor plate race? Not being able to make it on fuel and leading the field with 10 to go. What do? Drop all the way to the back or run out of fuel? It's the worst thing ever.
If you're the 95, you got to drop and get in the draft. You can't risk running out of fuel. You're gonna lose more spots by trying to stay out front than you would just drop to the rear and get in the draft.
Yeah, unfortunately that's true. Or you can wait till there's another line that forms, and then you can try and attempt to save fuel and hope for a caution. But sometimes that doesn't happen. You can't always rely on that. It's such a tricky spot to be in, to be leading and also not being able to make it on fuel. You have 3 decisions, and that's it. It's either go to the back, wait till you get past. It's hard. It's one of the harder things to do during the race.
Adam, I don't think they can make it either. I really don't. We went back green flag race with 24 to go. They pitted with 26 to go. I don't think they can make it.
In the duels for the Cup cars, we had 80% fuel, and we were very close.
How long were the duels?
It was 25 laps, and we made it by half a lap, and that was saving.
Yeah, and either around 65%. I don't think they can make it.
Yeah, there's no way if you ask me.
Especially for Kevin Jordan.
There's going to be green flag pit stops. It's going to have to be. I don't think you can save and make it either. And this is where the most fuel is being burned right now, is when they're single file. I mean, if they were side by side, they wouldn't be burning as much fuel because there'd be more air and, there would be less throttle time, I guess.
I don't think they can only go 24 laps. They went back green flag racing on 24 laps.
I just wonder if they're all trying to race or if they're all preparing for green flag. Oh, 20's pitting this time. 20's heading down pit road. People jump to the outside. Oh yeah, there's definitely moves being made because I think some of these people are going down pit road. I know the 20's heading down pit road this time.
That's going to hurt him. He's pitting by himself.
Yeah, I would hate to be the first one to pit here. I would personally stay out as long as you can. Maybe he's the one who has the most issues with fuel right now, though. I think usually at these tracks, you pit whenever it runs out. So he might have been worse off on fuel compared to everybody else.
Surprised Kevin Jordan hasn't pitted yet. He's led this whole package since with that green flag racing.
Oh, we have a race for the lead right here. 8-car, big run down the backstretch.
And they're coming up on the lap car 33 of David Harding, who's going to stay to the low side. Cause him go 3. Whoa! How in the world?
4 wide. That was a 4 wide pass. I don't know how they did that. That
Holy
was amazing
crap!
how they kept it together. And nobody lost a draft from that. Alan Dixon, 4 laps down right now. I hate to say this, but some people have had a...
I think he missed the start.
Yeah, he's at the tail end of this pack, but oh wow, 93 was almost not clear there. That was close.
That was more of the 5 coming up than the 93 not being clear. As Kevin Jordan going to look for the lead here.
Kevin Jordan back to the lead off this turn. 5's going to try to look to the outside. Kevin Jordan blocks it. At the line, Kevin Jordan.
So if I remember correctly, the 20 was the only guy that stayed out at the last caution. He for sure was short. We're coming to 6 to go here. It's going to be interesting to see if these guys can make it to the end.
Yeah, I'll be very, very surprised if all these guys...
Oh, 14 got loose coming off the 2 there.
Whoa. Whoa, 51 being forced 3 wide here.
Oh!
Saves it. Great driving by the 51. Chase Harden being left out to dry, no help.
He's about to have help now. He got the teammate behind him.
Falls in line. Oh, they're going to go to the front. Big run down this front stretch.
What's that 14 going to do?
3 wide. 3 wide.
Oh, 95 is collected in a wreck!
Whoa.
No caution.
No caution. I'm surprised the 5 got through that. That was some driving. I cannot believe. Oh, loose. Let's see if they can make another run at the front if he stops being all squirrely. 14's going to hop on that train on the high line. Chase Harden pushing it 3 wide.
3 wide going
3
into
wide
turn 3 with lap cars in front of them.
They're going to... Oh, whoa.
Oh, chasing the wall, collects Davey. What a Blake being involved.
No caution. No caution. That was just aggressiveness times 5 right there. This racing.
I don't know, man. 4 to go. I don't know if I agree with that block with 4 to go. Like maybe 2 or 1 to go. With 4 to go, I don't agree with that block that the 14 pulled there. I don't agree with that.
Yeah, that was unfortunate for Chase Harden. But right now we have a battle for the lead. The 8 and the 93. 93 has a shot at this thing. 20 just got passed. He's a lap down now.
All right, so here's the thing. Out of these top 4 drivers, only 1 driver has ever won an Mdot, and that's the 8 machine. The other 3 guys have never won an Mdot. Better yet, no, correction. I think Gene Wolf, I would have to look back. I think he won a dirt race.
He won a dirt race. He did. It was at Bristol, I think. Or Knoxville, one of those 2.
3 to go with a 4-car breakaway. Davey has some help in the 31 of Alan Dixon. I don't know if you have time to catch his field. As I say that, I think he might have time.
Oh, we don't know. 14 trying to jump to the outside here around the 93. I think this 8 is going to be, he's going to be blocking for his, I'm not going to say his life, but for his race right here.
Caution is out.
Caution.
Are you kidding me? Just when you thought the race was going to be between 5 guys, caution comes out. We're going to have our first green-white check of the season as Josh Van Western collected in another incident here.
What do you know? Brandon Hughes in 6th place.
Oh, what kind of move was that?
Oh.
You are... what in the world happened?
Yikes. Well, I think it's definitely true that the 51's going to be able to catch the field now. And this gives Chase Harden another chance.
That was a bozo move right there.
Yeah, that was definitely. I don't think that was right. That was not right at all. Now, how does this caution probably does not help the fuel situation?
No, you know who it helps? That 36 of Banks. You know why? Because he's always pitted for fuel.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
36 can for sure make it.
I think all these guys have to go in if they really want to make it. I wish we could bring up somebody to see how the fuel situation is, but you don't want to impact somebody's race by, you know, there might be crew chiefs and drivers watching this broadcast, and, you know, they might...
They do that in real life NASCAR. Shut up.
That's true. Yeah, you have a good point
Oh,
there.
no one's coming down pit lane. Everyone is staying
Nobody.
out.
Wow.
Okay.
I wonder if they can really improve their fuel mileage. I'm going to look in the 8 car and see if he's turning off his engine. Oh, his engine's off. He's gliding that thing through the straightaways and turns. Oh yeah, he waits to refire that thing too. If you look in the in car in the 8, yeah.
No wonder 93 is doing the same.
Well, you better hope he is. Oh yeah.
He's clutching in, but he's not turning it off. I think the 8 is turning. Yeah, 8's turning it off completely.
Yeah, he's turning it off.
This is one of the reasons I put a ignition switch, the keybind for it, on my steering wheel.
You never know when this situation's gonna happen.
Well, when I'm trying to save fuel during regular races, I'll clutch in and I'll turn my ignition off, rolling through the corner.
Yeah, just don't do it uphill.
Oh, why not? It's fun.
Uphill's a terrible idea, like Sonoma or something. Sometimes it won't refire.
Is this an endurance race? No, it's not an endurance race.
It's a survival race.
We only have 4 cautions, so, and one of them was the stage break cautions.
That's true. Look at this, Bo Dinger. He's at a hard race. He should be more laps down than that. I mean, he's been out of the draft half the time. I'm surprised he's only 2 laps down. But, what a way to just run it out like he has. It's real frustrating running around a restrictor plate track 2 laps down.
So
you got to give it to him for doing that.
Just for everyone wondering, out of your top 10, only 2 are seasoned drivers here in Mdot. The rest are rookies coming into the field tonight.
Oh, man. We take the 1 to green. 8 chooses the outside. 93 chooses the inside. Lights on the pace car are off as we enter turn 1.
How about the 95? Still up here in the top 6 after getting spun out. Not a lot of damage from that car that I'm seeing either. That car looks pretty clean. Kevin Jordan catching a big break because of that caution. Marshall Harris, no front end, still up in the top 10. Also, so not the team boast here, but I'm going to for a little bit. So, there have been 2 separate times a rookie from my team has won their first race. Ethan was one of them in the 35 at Charlotte. I was the other one in 93 here at Daytona.
That's
Matthew Richmond was on my team, brought up from the ARCA. Can he keep that tradition going? It's going to be interesting.
That's a funny trend, actually.
The only time a rookie did not win their first race was the start of last season.
Yeah, it's true. Except I didn't get to win my first race at Daytona. I got to win it at Charlotte. It was a late it was way later in the season. But as we talk about this, the pace car is off.
First attempt of 2 out of green, white, checkered. 8 gets a jump. Will that jump hurt him here? Side by side, they are behind him. 1793. 1495 rounds at your top 5. 51 Davey Hendricks looking to come in and get another win here in the Xfinity Series. Davey Hendricks also has the most wins in Mdot history. 17 gets around the 93 going low. Gonna try to get around his 8 machine. Ace in a block on the low side. He'll
If you
drift
wanna do
up
the
a little
Hendricks,
bit.
Side drafting a lot.
Oh, a big bump from the 95 on the 8. He keeps it going straight inside line, has momentum.
Whoa, 3 wide. 3 wide near the back.
3 wide behind him, 3 wide. Nope, 2 wide
They
up front.
They scored it out. Back to 2 wide.
Can they get the white flag? Gene Wolfe will lead the field to the white flag here. 1 to go here at Daytona. Who is going to win?
Race is official.
The first race of the season. It has been a wild one.
Oh man, it's gonna be right down to the line.
If you're Davey, you gotta go. Yeah. Davey has to go 3 wide here.
93 giving a massive shove to the car in front of him.
Oh, the wreck in the front! Who's gonna come out the leader from that?
Whoa!
Oh, big contact! Davey Hendricks in the lead.
Wow, I'm calling it right now. Davey Hendricks wins this race.
Davey Hendricks gonna win the race. Marshall Harris is going to come in second with no front bumper.
No way.
Yeah. And Kevin Jordan will round out your top 3. Davey Hendricks kicking off the season where he left off. No. Yes, Kevin Jordan. No, Stephen Madden got 3rd.
Wow, that was. He stayed in it though. I ain't gonna lie.
Go back and see if we can't watch what unfolded there. Brandon Hughes unfortunately involved in that wreck.
What a crazy finish that was.
What started that?
That was the 95 pushing it 3 wide in the middle of the backstretch. That was. It was just. She was just making a run at it.
Ah, Nance went for the block.
It was a block. That's just how it works. It's plate racing.
Oh, and the more contact between the 17 and the 1. More contact happened after that between the 17 and the 1. 17 was on his way to get a second place finish, and I think Blake Bingo just might have drifted down a little too much there. Brandon Hughes unfortunately robbed of a top 5 finish there.
He's doing his burnouts on the front stretch right now.
Mr. Burnouts, rewind.
Oh. That's a hit.
Davey Hendricks, proven. Daytona, 25% skill, 75% luck. He was in by no means a position to win that race going down the back stretch.
Oh yeah. He was in 5th on the white flag. I mean, that was a crazy finish.
That was an insane finish.
Banks finished 5th. I bet he's actually gonna celebrate this race for a while. I mean, that was a pretty, like, from the driver perspective of Davey Hendricks, that was, oh, that finish. Can't replicate that anywhere else.
Yeah, and I can't really fault Nancy. I mean, you're on the last lap. You got to throw some haymakers, and it was just too late of a block on that 95. 95 had more run than he thought he did, and around he went. Tough break run up there. This sucks.
Yeah, it happens. Brandon Hughes finished 14th.
That was a tough break for
lap.
Brandon. He was in position to get probably a top 5 there, and just caught up in
Yeah.
a big wreck at the end.
Yeah, sucks. But, you know, happens. Do better next week, you know?
Oy. Go ahead and pull up our 3rd place finisher, Mr. Steve and Madden. What is going on?
Hey man, how are you?
Pretty good, man. Wild race, wild finish there. You were not in a position whatsoever to get to the top three, but you made it happen, man. Talk us through the race and how you think the race went and what you're looking forward to the season.
I think it went well. Yeah, like you said, I was not in any way, shape, or form up there for a third place finish. I just kind of stuck it through the wreck there. I'm not really sure what happened there, but I just shifted down and kind of kept it going straight. I put myself on a different gas strategy than everybody else, and that kind of screwed me at the end there. But I'm happy we got that Omnia Motorsports in the podium, and really looking forward to the season. Hopefully, we can keep the steam going forward.
All right, man. Well, congratulations on your almost your third place finish here. It was definitely a wild one.
Yes, it was. Thank you very much. Had fun.
I'm trying to find Mr. Enfly, but I'm not seeing him in a chat. There he is. We bring up our second place finisher, Mr. Marshall Harris. What's going on, Marshall?
Nothing much. How are you guys?
Hey, man, no front bumper. You managed to get in second place, man. Talk us through that last caution there. Don't really know what was going on. You got into the back of one of the cars that were slower. What happened there, and talk us through the end of that race.
I'm gonna apologize in advance to Josh. I thought he was going to go high and would just let me pass him, but you know, I just had a run on him and I didn't know which way he was gonna go, so I just got in the back of him. But you know, sorry to Josh if I got into him. And I think when we got to that final caution, we were like, okay, we got to be calm and collective that whole time, because anyone can win Daytona. You know, I'm happy that we got Super Serial Racing P2 today. You know, I want to thank Derek and Andrew for helping me during this race. So huge shout out to those guys. Keep me calm during the whole race. So off to Auto Club. So
all right, man. Good luck at Auto Club, buddy.
yeah, thank you.
All right, next we're bringing our race winner from Davey Hendricks, picking up the season where he technically left off, winning the championship. Man, what a wild finish! I was telling Ethan that Daytona this proves is 25% skill, 75% luck, dude. You were
100%.
You were 100% in no position to win that race going on the backstretch. Talking through that wreck there, man.
Oh God, I don't know. That was insane. It happened. It was a thing. Stuff happened. People spun. But I don't know. I kept Nance would try and play the middle and the high lane because he didn't want to get taken 3 wide. And slowly but surely, as we tick down those last 2 or 3 laps, who was in front of me?
I think it was the 95 right in front of you.
That shove when Nance got in the way. So part of me was hoping they'd spin and not collect me. I mean, I know it's super speedway and I know we're trying to play every lane, but you can only go left and right and play a couple lanes for so long before someone gets tired of it and sends you. And that's what happened. People got sent, and then what did the Gary Sack just call me? Ross Chastain. I just stayed in the pedal and just went.
You went straight that entire time.
I didn't lift. I didn't crack the throttle. Didn't turn. I was like, cool. Nance is headed left. That means everybody else is gonna go left towards the wall. I thought the 17 and the 1 were gonna be able to catch me, but then something happened between those 2 and they spun in 3. So I was like, all right, cool. I will take being lucky today.
Yeah, for sure lucky, man. Coming to that white flag, I was talking to people who go 3 wide, no one wanted to go 3 wide. Next thing you know, C's parted and you were out up front, and I'm like,
me and Chase tried. We were talking it through it. And we were gonna go 3 wide, but there was a car in front of us that couldn't pick a lane if he prayed for it. So he walled Chase and damaged me, and all kinds of stuff went down. But I lucked out to not die there, and then I lucked out again when everyone else crashed on the white flag. It was just It was a series of emotions in those last 10 laps.
What was that joke they had a couple ARCA seasons ago? Anybody but Davey could you catch us winning races, and somehow you pulled this one out of your ass.
Yeah, and like in that the anybody but Davey race was a super speedway at Talladega, and then I went and won that one. And honestly, I think that's one of my only before this. That's one of my only super speedway wins. I like to think that I'm up front a lot, and and I can manage the draft really well. But usually these things come down to luck. Who has the draft? Who has help? And I'm just happy that for once I get the luck and I get the draft, and I didn't get wrecked. I'll take it.
Win them all.
Nah, that's a stretch. I would. I mean, like it's nice to know that no matter what, I mean, as long as I'm here and present, I'm in the playoffs. So like pre-race, you asked me how I thought the season was gonna go. Well, didn't think I was gonna be in the playoffs in race 1, but I am thrilled that I am. It makes the rest of the season a lot nicer.
All right, man. Well, congrats on that win. That probably shouldn't have happened. Man, that was one insane race.
Beggars can't be choosers. I'll take it.
I mean, you have saying the race was terrible. I thought the race was good. I thought it was some really good racing. I didn't think it was that bad of a race. You guys only had 4 cautions, and one of them was a stage break. So I don't think that race was that terrible.
No, I thought we showed decent patience for a lot of it. I mean, there were 2 or 3 cars that I was worried about seeing up front because I noticed in practice or in the race that their ability to hold a line was lackluster. I just lucked out that every time that bit someone in the butt that I wasn't in it. I think early in the race, right before the stage, me and Chase lucked out. I need to go back and look at that because I felt like he took the wrap off of my car when he spun. He was so close, but it was a series of fortunate events for me.
Yeah, and going back to the cautions, one of the cautions was this horrible deck code. Like,
it was Peyton's, right?
No, yes,
because I had to hear about it for the next 60 laps.
It was horrible. Like, it hooked to 20 like he was getting hooked in the right rear. That's how hard it sent him to the right.
Who was net coding? Like, who was the one lagging out?
No, they weren't lagging out. It was just they were side by side. They had about an inch or two to give going through the tri-oval, and out of nowhere, the car to the inside of Peyton just hooked right, like he got hooked in the right rear. But Peyton was at his door.
Gotcha.
I'd say it was a good 2 feet, not 3 inches.
Well, they were pretty tight, but
so substantial. But like it just, I mean, when you're racing a track like this, you can't give that much room. You have to be tight. Keep the draft going, the side draft, and everything else. So I get it.
But man, I gotta ask you next. We go to Auto Club, and then we go to Atlanta. What are your thoughts on Atlanta? The new Atlanta.
It's just going to be more of this. I feel like Auto Club is going to be a heavy drafting track. Atlanta's going to be a heavy drafting track. I feel like I'm getting a super speedway league in the first couple weeks. Honest to God. But, I mean, Auto Club's not bad. That'll be a fun track, at least tire wear comes into effect. Atlanta it'll be different. It depends on how hot the track is. If it's a cool track, it'll be exactly like this. Pedal to the metal, hardly lifting. But if we get to a point that it gets hot and slick, you'll see people go into the corner and try and like stay in the gas, and they're just going to drift up the track into people or the wall. So I really think it's going to depend on what kind of track we get that day.
Oh, I have a question. What is your thoughts on South Boston?
Oh God! Every time we pick a short track, it's pacing for 2.5 hours. Like I get we need, and I'm not a short track person. I don't hide that fact, and I understand that we need short tracks on the schedule because you have to race every type of track. But we picked one of the smallest, dinkiest, late model tracks we could for cars that don't belong there, and it's gonna be terrible. It's gonna be pacing.
I don't know because if you ask me, National Fairgrounds didn't go as bad as I thought it would last season.
I feel like we had a substantial amount of cautions.
Not as bad as Martinsville though.
I mean, yeah, the Martinsville is the worst short track there is, hands down in any league. I don't care how good you think your drivers are. That is the worst track to go to. But places, I don't know, any of these small late model tracks that you would see in like the SRX series, all of them are a little bit too small. I think we're just going to wind up staring at a yellow flag the whole race. I'm not even sure I'll pit. Might not need to because I just, we'll never get green flag laps. But we'll see. Got to get there.
Yeah,
first.
I mean, I'm going to be honest. Isaac and I raced in a race at South Boston, and I never pitted. Like, it was It was
I mean,
it was 100 laps, and we never pitted, and it was caution laps after a 2-lap run, maybe 1.5 lap, maybe a half a lap run, and that was the race.
we'll see. I know. I mean, it's 200 laps, so I mean, we'll have the stage. So I'll probably pit at stage. But if it goes like how short tracks have always gone here, we don't have green flag laps. It's gonna be a whole lot of pray you don't get caught in someone else's stuff. I'd rather do super speedways every week than go to a short track.
Nowhere to go, South Boston.
He says that and he'd end up winning it. Watch.
But no, well, I mean, the good thing is at least Biggs isn't here. Biggs always spanked me at short tracks.
Oh
And
yeah,
I don't know how the ARCA guys do. I mean, I know I'm never fast at short tracks. The ones I tend to do good at are the ones that are a bit bigger, like Iowa and Richmond. But if it's going to be a small track, a lot of braking, I'm probably going to struggle with the braking.
Yeah, like
All right, man.
maybe 2 or 3 seconds on the gas around the entire track.
Yeah, oh God help me.
It's gonna be an interesting season.
It's gonna be bad.
I can't wait to go to All Cup next week and see what these guys come up from ARCA have for you. And I say for you because all last season after Biggs left, it was you and the Francisco show. Francisco ain't racing this season, so we had to hopefully some of these guys came up, Banks, Nance, Ford, Jake, and be up there and put on an exciting show because if they're not, it's going to be the Davey show all season long. So
I have a lot of faith. I know Banks. I feel like we raced in a truck league together forever ago. I know. I mean, I have faith that those 3 guys that were in the Final Four last year will be quick. I mean, again, I don't know how quick. We'll see how places, like the 1.5 mile scope. I don't think Atlanta's going to be another good tester. Auto Club's going to be a good test, or at least a decent test. But no, we'll see. I have faith it'll be. I think you'll see a lot more tighter racing up front because like last year it really was me and Francisco sailing away every week. I think
And
this
Biggs.
year you'll see Biggs at the beginning of the year. I think you will see 4 maybe 5 guys be able to compete and race like that the whole season, so it'd be kind of nice to have.
all right, man. Well, good luck for the rest of the season. We'll probably see you up here again at some point during the season.
Just look at it this way, Davey. You got lucky here tonight, so you don't have to go into those races having to you don't have to have a good race at those races. Like you can just for those 3 or 4 races, you can just have fun.
I mean, I can. I mean, I still wanna. I like collecting wins. It's fun. I like the screenshot. But yeah, I mean, at least I know I can go and play different strategy, or I can go and put myself in positions that I normally might not because I'm already in the playoffs. So I can just go at least enjoy myself.
Yeah.
All right, man. Good luck the rest of the season.
Yep. Thanks, y'all.
All right, that will conclude tonight's broadcast. But the racing is not over this week for Mdot. We do got some more races going on this week that will be broadcasted to the Facebook and YouTube page. I think maybe just the Facebook page. Well, we got trucks tomorrow night at 9 at Daytona. And then we go ARCA's missed their first race, unfortunately. They're going to be going to North Wilkesboro this week on Thursday. And then Friday night, we have a new broadcast crew, SBRN, on YouTube and Facebook. SBRN is Southern Broadcast RN, is what they're called. They will be broadcasting the Cup season this up and coming year, and Cup will be going to Daytona for their first race of the season for only 60 laps of racing. Wow, that'll be more than that.
Boy, I can't wait.
So definitely tune in for that, as that's going to be put on the show. The Cup guys battle it out. Ethan, the defending champion, will try to repeat it, which might not happen because that was just pure luck. But